Okay, so if you're spending hours of your week behind the wheel, the tech you rely on to navigate, communicate, and honestly just stay sane is about to undergo its most massive shift in over a decade. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to dive right into how Google's Gemini is completely upgrading your driving experience, literally taking it from your pocket straight to your dashboard.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the AI Commute upgrade, then Gemini on your iPhone, followed by the iOS 26.4 CarPlay integration, Gemini in Google Maps, and finally, safety and privacy first.
All right, Section 1, the AI Commute upgrade.
Look, we all spend a ton of time behind the wheel, but let's be totally honest with each other here. Legacy car assistants are kind of terrible. You know the drill, right? You have to speak like a robot, use hyper-specific phrasing, and if you miss even one keyword, you end up getting routed to a lake instead of the grocery store. It's incredibly distracting, frustrating, and just totally counterproductive.
But we're finally moving away from those rigid, top-down systems. We're stepping into the world of conversational AI like Gemini that actually understands natural human speech. It has memory, it has context. So, for example, if you tell Gemini just once that your friend Joe prefers text in Spanish, it remembers that. Later, when you're driving and you dictate a message in English, Gemini translates it on the fly and crafts the perfect message completely hands-free.
Moving on to Section 2, Gemini on your iPhone. So before you even turn the ignition, you can completely supercharge your commute prep using a really clever shortcut trick. If you have an action button on your iPhone, you can actually bypass the default assistant entirely. Step 1, you just install the Gemini app. Step 2, create a new command in your Shortcuts app. And Step 3, map it directly to that physical action button.
This hack delivers absolute immediate value. With a simple long press, you have an incredibly powerful AI companion ready to go, and you don't even have to unlock your device or stare at a screen. You can literally ask it to prep you for a morning meeting, read your first appointments, or just brainstorm ideas right as you're walking across the parking lot to your car.
All right, Section 3, iOS 26.4 CarPlay integration. Now let's move over to the dashboard. Apple is making a massive pivot with the iOS 26.4 update by finally opening up their ecosystem. According to the latest developer guidelines, CarPlay now officially supports third-party conversational AI, and yes, that includes Gemini. This means Gemini can summarize those long, messy email threads on your morning commute or engage in a completely natural conversation to recommend a highly rated lunch spot, complete with context, right through your car's screen.
But what's really fascinating here is the activation method. Apple is incredibly focused on avoiding accidental triggers while you're driving. Because of this, the documentation strictly bans using wake words like "Hey Gemini" through CarPlay. Instead, you are required to physically tap the app icon. It's a deliberate, physical interaction that guarantees the AI is only listening when you intentionally want it to.
Section 4, Gemini in Google Maps. This brings us to, honestly, the biggest update to navigation we've seen in a decade. Ask Maps. Google is using their new Gemma 4 AI models, which are literally up to 3 times faster thanks to a breakthrough they call multi-token prediction. Basically, instead of the AI guessing your sentence word by word like a slow typist, it guesses blocks of words simultaneously. This completely eliminates that awkward lag, letting you talk to the map as naturally as if a friend were just sitting right there in the passenger seat.
Think about how we used to search. You'd type coffee and just, hope for the best.
Well, with Ask Maps, you can literally say out loud, "My phone is dying, where can I charge it?" without having to wait in a long line for coffee. In seconds, Gemini scrubs through millions of community reviews, real-time wait data, and business amenities to find you a spot with USB-C chargers and 0 wait time. It handles those complex, real-world constraints instantly. It's wild.
And the visual side is getting an equally massive upgrade called immersive navigation. Google actually analyzed driver behavior and found that a huge percentage of missed turns and localized fender benders happen at those really confusing multi-lane highway exits. To fix this, immersive navigation creates a real-time 3D model of your surroundings. Using this clever Smart Zoom feature, it can virtually look over buildings or even make them transparent, giving you a crystal clear view of your exact path well in advance.
Gemini fundamentally upgrades voice guidance too. The old system forced you to estimate what 800 meters looks like in your head, which is highly distracting when you're going 60 miles per hour. The new AI references highly visible real-world markers instead, so it'll just say, "Take a right at the next gas station." Less mental math means your eyes stay on the road exactly where they belong. And to totally eliminate that frustrating loop around the block when you finally reach your destination, the map now automatically launches a Street View preview in your final meters. It highlights the actual building entrance, which is an absolute lifesaver in a busy commercial district, and tells you exactly where to park. It's all about minimizing your cognitive load at the exact moment you need to be the most focused.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, Safety and Privacy First.
With all this incredible technology coming directly to our dashboards, we have to address the elephant in the room: using AI safely while operating a multi-ton vehicle. Apple's iOS 26.4 guidelines are strictly locked down for this. Chatbots are voice-only and fully hands-free once activated. Developers are explicitly banned from displaying long text or generating imagery on the screen. Furthermore, these AIs are tightly sandboxed. They can't suddenly roll down your windows, blast the heat, or mess with your core iPhone settings. So by transforming how we interact with our devices, moving away from those focus-stealing screen taps to natural, proactive conversations, AI might finally make our commutes safer and way more relaxing. We are shifting from managing technology to simply communicating with it. So the real question to leave you with is, now that your car can finally understand exactly what you need, where will you ask it to take you next?